educator and entrepreneur. Her K-12 education began as a kindergartner in the Roland Unified School District, and she graduated as a junior from Nogales High School. She attended the La Puente Valley Regional Occupational Program for 1 year during her sophomore year. Mrs. Smith's first full-time teaching position was in the Bassett Unified School District, where she was honored as the Adult School Teacher of the Year. In 2000, that's fine to applause, yes. In 2000, she moved to the Hacienda La Puente Unified School District to pursue her first out-of-the-classroom assignment to become an administrator. In 2009, she pursued her dream of becoming an entrepreneur. She is now the CEO of 15 companies and works with more than 600 employees. After spending 2 decades working as a teacher and an administrator, developing educational programs for her community, she has truly mastered how to develop servant leadership. Mrs. Smith is a contributing author with Jack Canfield's Chicken Soup for the Soul, national best-selling author, in his book, The Success Formula, which is coming out this spring. She is also launching her own franchise of books, with her first book publishing this summer. It's my extreme pleasure to welcome Anne Marie Smith home to all of our districts.
So it's with a humble heart that I thank you for having me as your keynote speaker today. I thank you for being better together and the personal impact that it had on me. Today is the day that we are better together again. I challenge each and every one of you to be better together. Are you up for the challenge? Yes. Okay, we can do better. We're educated. Perfect. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, in 2017, the number 2 killer of people between the ages of 10 and 34 was suicide. Think about that. Between the ages of 10 and 34, the number 2 cause of death was suicide. Well, what does that mean to us? Well, that means that our 5th graders, through our teachers just out of college, our first-time administrators, our classified staff, are affected. That's the age range. That's at a minimum 75% of the people and students and staff in our districts. I don't know about you, but I think that's unacceptable. So what's happening? According to Psychology Today, March of 2018 issue, if we take out the mental illness factor, most suicide victims state that they felt like they were not being treated kindly, they felt unloved, bullied, and maybe feeling that the world would be a better place without them. That belief seems to be a common thread amongst those that were polled. That just is heartbreaking, but that's the reality. And I'm sure if I polled each and every one of you, you either know somebody that's committed suicide or somebody that has attempted to commit suicide. 2 weeks ago, in my after-school program, a 10-year-old little girl attempted to commit suicide in the bathroom. 10 years old. We have to stop this. What if I told you that 1 degree of change by me, by you, 1 simple act practiced every day might change that? That 1 tiny tweak in your habit, a small, tiny adaptation, could have a vast ripple effect. Would you be open to that? Harold S. Kushner once said, "When you are kind to others, it not only changes you, it changes the world." That sounds too simple, right? Being kind. Me being kind to you changes me. It changes you, and it changes the world. Kindness practiced every day creates change. Research shows that people imitate not only the particulars of kindness, but the underlying energy that kindness has, and then has an avalanche effect. Kindness itself is contagious. It cascades across people and continues to take on new forms along the way. When someone carries out one single act of kindness, 3 people benefit from it. The person who receives the act of kindness, the person who carries it out, and the person who witnesses that act of kindness. 3 people. You each have a copy of one of my favorite stories. I read it over 25 years ago when I was a first-time teacher. It's called Love and the Cabbie. It's a gift from us to you, and it had a profound effect on me as I read it. A single act of kindness can spread faster than any virus. And I don't know about you, but if we want to infect the world with a new illness, kindness would be my choice. Over the years, I've seen lives changed and transformed because of simple acts of kindness. I personally experienced that. My kindergarten, first and second grade teacher, Mrs. Spruceton, who besides my parents was the most powerful influence in my life. I'm honored today to introduce you to one of the greatest teachers I have ever met. Please put your hands together to Mrs. Spruceton. So let me tell you what she did. And I remember this. And granted, I'm 53 years old, so kindergarten was a long time ago for me. She told us every day that we were the most gifted group of kids she ever had. Most gifted. So when that test came out for, back in the day it was called ELF, Advanced Learner Program, or Mentally Gifted Minor, she had each and every one of us go through the process of being tested. She made us believe that we were the smartest kids in the world. And every day she thanked us for being world changers and doing amazing things. Mrs. Spruceton practiced a simple act every day that personally changed my life. She used 2 words, thank you. Every day, thank you for being the most gifted kids in the universe. Thank you for being world changers. And I passed the test. I became a mentally gifted minor. She went above and beyond and said, now, you know that you passed that test. The President of the United States knows who each and every one of you are. And they're going to track you for the rest of your life. Talk about the responsibility on my shoulder that now the United States knows who I am and what I do. Scary. Those 2 words at a young age taught me the value of being kind, and that I can make this world a better place. Each of you have received a cluster of thank you notes as our gift to you. If every day we write one staff member, or one teacher, or one student a thank you note, 3 people will benefit. Think about that. You and I can create change with kindness. No one can resist a simple act of kindness or words of kindness. And I'm going to give you a little story of how my family uses this on me. Whenever I've taught them that whenever they encounter someone who's negative, and you know the type, you meet them and they're just grumpy. It's too hot, it's too cold, it's too dark, it's too long. Whatever that grumpiness is. I tell them, quickly give them a compliment. Tell them, wow, what a beautiful smile you have. Because it kind of shocks you, like here you're being grumpy, going on your tirade, and then someone tells you, you're beautiful. And you're like, but it's still hot, it's still, but you're so pretty. And then it's like, yeah, you're right, I am pretty. So, my family uses this on me. And I'll tell you a little story, my husband can relate to this. We have a little refrigerator that you can change a little lever that goes from water to ice. So, I pour myself a Diet Coke into a cup, and I go to the refrigerator expecting ice, but I get water. So it took me a few weeks. I blamed it on my father-in-law, but poor guy, he was in the hospital and it wasn't him. And I finally figured out it was my son. So I would say, who doesn't change it from water to ice? Finally I figured out it was my son. So the other day, I pour myself a Diet Coke, go to the refrigerator, and water comes out. He looks at me, he says, you know you're my favorite mom. I said, I'm your only mom. He goes, you know if you were my stepmom, you'd be my favorite. So we all laugh now. It quickly changed my state by him saying something very kind. And my husband will do the same thing. I'm on a tirade, and he's like, you know I'm the luckiest man in the world. And I'm going to be mad when that happens. Like I quickly change to, you're right, you are the luckiest man in the world. So, if you quickly say a word of kindness, you interrupt the pattern. And you move somebody from a state of being defiant or ugly, and you interrupt that negative path. Rest assured that when you engage people in kindness, you plant seeds of kindness in their life. And they also plant seeds of kindness in other people's lives. And it becomes a ripple effect. No good deed gets lost. It's never in vain. And it always brings forth results. That's why you can make changes with kindness, and the effects can be felt worldwide. As you plant these seeds of kindness, you're not only impacting those that you give the kindness to, but you're impacting yourself. You become a higher person, a higher level of who you are. You become the person that people enjoy being around. Don't you have people in your life that you just love when they call? Or you love when they come over? You know that you feel so much better? So these acts of kindness give you the ability to rise within yourself. A person who becomes somebody who values others and who loves seeing people happy. So think about the impact that you have every day. Think about today. There's probably about 270 here. Writing a simple thank you card has the opportunity to impact 750 people, and that's a pretty conservative number. If each of us have our staff, our students begin a campaign of writing thank you cards, we will impact thousands of people every day. Any chance you get to touch a life with kindness, take it. Go to the market. You see somebody wearing a beautiful sweater, compliment them on it. You love their shoes, compliment them on it. You love the way their hair is done, compliment them on it. Jane Goodall said, what you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. There's no better satisfaction in knowing that you make a difference in someone's life, that you're the reason that they believe in humankind, that you're the reason they believe that they matter. You can be the person that is a source of hope. You can be the person that they feel amazing after an encounter with you. Today you can choose to make our districts, our community, our world a better place by simple acts of kindness. And that, my friends, is where we truly are better together. Thank you.